Yo, yo, yo. What is good, everybody? Welcome back to a live episode of the Renegade Roundtable podcast here. I am Jeffrey Kirby. As always, we have Jarryd. Jarryd, how in the hell are you?
I'm hanging in there. Got a game coming up here very shortly.
Yeah, and first and foremost, I want to say obviously to everyone, we apologize for not doing an episode last week. Um, both we last Thursday was just crazy. All of last week was just craziness for both of us, and we figured we'll take the rare week off where and then we knew we would do something this week, and then obviously we're back to somewhat normal. Jarryd is back to normal, as you can see. I'm not in my normal spot. My audio is probably not normal either. If you guys don't know, I just recently had Achilles tendon surgery, so I am currently in a recliner, reclined, recovering. So yeah, this has been literally my life for the last week.
Wow. Man.
But Jarryd, you made a little trip
I did
to
make a little trip.
to the Berg.
I definitely
So
did.
before obviously we'll talk a little bit about that Jags game, and then we'll get into the Steelers Titans game here for Thursday night. How was your trip?
It was good. It was weather was great. Besides Sunday, of course, Sunday had to be a little. It was misty rain, but nothing too crazy. But it was good. I saw everybody needed to see up there. Brought my friends with me. It was a good time. It was a good 3 nights, I'll say. I definitely had some.
Yeah. So here's a little something fun that you guys don't know. So obviously, me and Jarryd are in a big old group chat with a bunch of other Steeler fans. Some of them you guys will very well know. So Friday night,
Oh man.
it was like Friday night, Saturday night.
Yep.
We're all living our normal lives. Next thing you know, we get the rare group FaceTime, and it was from Jarryd.
Yeah.
And when I tell you this dude, Jarryd was locked up. Oh God, it was. You were having yourself a time.
It was a good time. That's all I could say. It was a good time.
But yeah, I'm glad that you were able to go and have fun.
Yeah.
I'm mad at you that you did bring home a W, but you know what? Let's start off with this obvious. What in the hell were some of those calls from the refs? I'm not one of those people to talk, to blame refs and love to blame refs. I don't like to do that because I think there's so many different aspects that could cause you to lose a game or win a game. Obviously, if you're winning a game, you're not going to blame the refs. But that was a rare situation where it's like, are we really calling a quote-unquote offsides on a kick?
Mm-hmm. It was very weird watching that in person. It looked like a normal field goal attempt to me, and they said an offsides on whoever, I don't know,
The right guard.
the right guard, which I'm in the 500s level. I can't tell if it's offsides or not. It looked fine to me, and lost the penalty, and we had Basel had to kick again further away, which he got close to it. It's unfortunate, not his fault. I don't know. The rest were just a little bit bogus. These the first half, I would say.
Well, because especially the part that really irritated me, the one call that pisses me off the most, and it's not even the one that cost us points, because at the end of the day, hindsight, it didn't matter if we had scored
3 or
if we'd gotten that field goal or not. It really didn't matter at all. The one that really pissed me off was the bullshit roughing the passer call that Trevor Lawrence got on Keanu Neal.
Yeah.
But when Kenny Pickett got absolutely leveled in that final drive of the first half, they called nothing. And then what was even more annoying was that they didn't call anything. And now this part, I can't necessarily get mad at the rest because this is just part of the ruling. That Kenny got hurt,
Yeah.
with under 2 minutes, so you lost your last timeout.
Yeah.
So any type of momentum that you were or any kind of game plan that you had with 20 some seconds left in that situation is out of the window now, because now you don't have that timeout. Now you don't have the full playbook in your arsenal. So it was, but like I said, it didn't matter.
It
At
didn't
the end of
matter.
the day, the offense was once again putrid. It was literally
First play of the game, Deontay was open, drops the catch for a touchdown. It was an easy. It was like nobody was near him. Touchdown. It was easily should have been 7-0 from the first play, because literally I don't know if you guys saw on TV, but there was literally nobody on Deontay
yeah.
on
You saw
that
there was
end.
nobody.
Nobody. I was very tight. I was like, it should have been 7-0 right there. We should have been, on the defense. Only giving up, was it 20 points? Still, it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. They had 3 turnovers, right? 3 turnovers that game.
Yeah, that's the other part that
Yeah.
pisses me off is how in the hell do
Mhm.
you go plus? Did it end up being no? Oh, it ended up actually just being +1. +1 in the turnover category. At one point in time, you had committed 3 turnovers,
Mhm.
and at one point in time you had 3 turnovers and 3 points.
Yep.
How do you allow that to happen?
I wish I had an answer for you. It's just the part of it. I don't want to, you can't really blame well, I guess you can. Well, always could blame Matt Canada no matter what's going to happen type of deal. But when Mitch came in, at least he led one drive. Mitch is inconsistent. That's the problem we have here. Mitch just loves staring down at receivers. He just loves staring at them all day. He looks at one read and just looks at it the whole time. You saw the triple coverage throw he threw it into. What, you thought I was supposed to catch that? Oh my god! He did, if Kenny would have
Here,
played, might have been a little different, but we'll never know.
here is like anytime Mitch Trubisky comes into the game, you wonder, as they have DeAndre Hopkins, who looks like he will play in this game tonight. He was questionable at some point throughout the during the season or during the week. He damn, I just lost my whole entire train of thought. Oh, in terms of Mitch, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
The issue that I have with Mitch is, like you said, it's the inconsistency. Are we gonna it really boiled down to, and I think I put this in our group chat, is are we going to get the Mitch Trubisky that we got against Tampa Bay last year, or were we going to get the Mitch Trubisky against the Baltimore Ravens, who committed or got 3 turnovers or committed 3 turnovers? And that's exactly what happened. They went out and committed a
And
turnover.
people wanted Mason to be the backup. I get after that performance. Shoot. At least Mason. I don't know how much better Mason would have been instead of Mitch. At least I don't think Mason turns the ball over as much more than Mitch.
Well, part of the issue too is in that situation you can't legally
you can't
put Mason out there unless Mitch were to get hurt.
Yeah.
And then in that case, if you fake an injury to do that, then you're probably subject to getting into some serious trouble. So is it really worth it? No.
No, of course not.
But going back into the offense, your first 4 drives, 3 and out for -5 yards, 3 and out for 4 yards, 3 and out for 8 yards, 3 and out for 2 yards. Once again, 4 straight drives of 3 and outs.
Man, when we got the first down, did you hear a cheer in the background?
How quickly did the Fire Canada chant start?
Oh, right after probably the first or like the second or third drive. It was bad.
We're gonna get. And speaking of boos, we'll get into that here in a minute because oh boy, tonight could be interesting when it comes to the boos.
My favorite being at the game, man, was even though the refs did a horrible job. I'm sure you guys heard it on TV, the "Ref You Suck" chant. Man, everybody.
Oh my God, those were loud.
Everybody was dialed in.
It was loud.
I haven't heard the replay. I want to hear it. I need to hear it, but I haven't heard it yet. But man.
I think if you go on just the regular old highlights,
yeah,
on YouTube, I think you get it.
man, that was probably the loudest chant like I probably in person in a long time. I heard people get upset. I was pissed too. Everybody was pissed, of course. It was 3 points. It didn't mean much, but at least it was momentum.
Yeah, but and that's the thing though. It's like you go into the half, you get some sort of points. It's like okay, so you go into half, you get the missed field goal here, and as I'm re-pulling it up here we go. You go into half. If you make that field goal, it's 9-6. It's like, hey, we're only down 3.
Yeah.
We're only down 3. And in that situation, you ended up getting a fumble.
Yep.
And then ended up not mattering because you just go punt. Then you get a touchdown drive. It was like, hey, okay.
Yeah, that was the 90-yard drive, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was.
You said what?
Was that the long drive touchdown? I'm pretty sure that was.
It was an 8-play drive.
Oh, for the touchdown?
Yeah, for the touchdown, it was an 8-play drive.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking here. You only had one drive that went 10-plus plays, and it was the field goal that you actually made. It was the second to last drive of the first half. You went 12 plays, 93 yards.
Okay, still. It just goes to show, well, tonight, Matt Canada's going to be on the field tonight. I don't know what that difference is going to be. Man.
So when I heard that, here's the thing. Here's my thought process with that. My thought process on having Matt Canada on the sideline. Number one, you get more actual in-person communication with your quarterback, with your coaches, with some offensive coaches, and you go from there. And B, and it's Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, I think, could go up to him I think there's more pressure for if Mike Tomlin wants, like if Matt Canada calls something and Mike Tomlin says no, might be easier to do that. Excuse me. But,
I don't know. It's just weird that with some offensive coordinators, they like to sit up top. I guess they like to see I get it, but I don't know if it's just I don't know. I'm just so used to them being on the sideline, making the call and plays right there, and then you get to actually talk to your quarterback and your skill players, and see what they can work. Go ahead.
Remember at one point in time when the Steelers, I think this was back during the either Bruce Arians era, but I mean there were times where both, because like you said, there's usually one that's in the booth and one that's on the sideline. There was at a point in time where both of them were on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of them were in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like that. I like being on the sideline.
The interesting part about why I say the booing is if you come out and the offense is shitty and you start out on the slow start, them boos are gonna hit a whole lot different when Matt Canada is actually out there on the sidelines on the field.
Cause man, oh man. And then I just have, a quick question.
Here we go.
Well, why don't we run the ball on first down? Do we just forget that we run the ball at all?
So here's what's ironic that you mentioned that. So I was watching a video earlier today from Brett Coleman, if that's how you pronounce his last name. If not, I apologize. Watching a video that he posted yesterday. Since I have all this time in the world, I could just watch all these videos. And it was the title of this. The title of this video was. Let me see. What was the exact quote of this video? The Steelers' offense will make you hate football. And one of the things that he mentions that makes his offense so putrid is what you do on first down. He mentioned, I think the one drive the one down that he gets most pissed off about is second down, with the second down plays just not being. But I think when it comes to first down is they like to quote unquote run the ball, but they're doing the pass version of it.
Yep,
just doing a whole lot complicated version, and then you go and get even if you get 8 yards, there are times where you go and you end up at 2nd and 2 or 2nd and 3. It's like, hey, this is good. Let's go. And then it's just the second down plays just do nothing, and then the third down now you have pressure on yourself, and then it's like if the offense has to be beyond perfect, and you have to get some sort of mess up from the defense, or multiple mess ups in order for this defense to look confident.
Because it's just I don't see the ball running a lot. You don't I don't know how many times they ran the ball this game, but they didn't look like they ran a lot.
The one thing too, there's multiple issues that you have with this offense that is beyond irritating. Is once again the lack of motion, the lack of pre-snap motion. The lack of, obviously, we've talked about this a million times. Steel fans know about it. The lack of using the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the usage rate of all the throws against, and Hunter, I'll get to your comment here in a second. Yeah, actually, Hunter here, my boy says Will Levis 7 TDs again tonight. Titans been 60.
He's so funny.
Oh, Hunter, you're funny, but 80, not the Steelers. But the issue too with the offense, when you look at the usage rate of the field with the best offenses,
mm-hmm.
They use the middle of the field, the intermediate part of the middle of the field, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the Steelers simply don't want to do that. They simply just want to use the boundaries. They simply want to be outside the numbers. And I know that's something that there's a team that's pretty good at that. They're a good offense, and they tend to do that a lot too, is Buffalo. But even then, Buffalo uses the middle of the field a whole lot more than the Steelers do.
Mm-hmm.
Hot take, Matt Canada isn't making it out of the stadium alive tonight. You know what's ironic? In Hunter, I don't know if you were in here earlier when I said this. I said the booing part of all this is, if him being on the sideline, the offense starts looking bad, then boos are going to hit different. If the offense just goes out there and looks so putrid at the end of the game, there's a shot Bottlegate 2.0 might happen.
I know what's not going to happen, but I don't know. I'm just getting a little feeling of it. What if just the offense, Matt guy just shows up on the field and the offense just all of a sudden decided to show up? What would happen? Let's say the offense starts clicking. What's the adjustment? I'm just trying to. I'm being optimistic. I don't think it's going to happen. But what if?
I mean,
but
and then what my other question is? What happens if the offense starts getting putrid and George Pickens just goes and gets right into Matt Canada's grill?
Oh man, a lot of what if questions. It's just I don't know. I'm just so used to it. It's just been weird without seeing an offensive coordinator on the sideline. You see Terrell Austin there. The defense has been doing good somewhat. It's not the greatest stat-wise overall. Defense is not doing the greatest. That touchdown for the last game, was it Travis Etienne out of the backfield? I know it was a zone coverage, and I think Keanu Neal just messed it up to being right there. And everyone tried to blame Joey Porter Jr., but I didn't think it was his fault. To be fair.
Yeah, that whole game was just it was a weird week going into it because you have the win against the Rams. The offense is, for let's say maybe a quarter and a half, I was like, hey, offense is actually looking competent.
I was excited to see fourth.
And then it's like, are we finally starting to see a step taken? And then you get into this whole thing about what Trevor Lawrence said in the week. And we all know the Steeler fans get so butthurt anytime someone talks shit about the terrible towel. They get so, and I say butthurt because it's like, I really think they just like to be fake mad in the fake mad era.
Well, with that pick, I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if it was on TV. the Jags player took the terrible towel.
Yep.
And then just ripped it, and there was no ref to be in sight of seeing that at all to throw. I'm not blaming the refs for this, but anytime someone else does it, you're gonna get a flag for taunting or whatever it is, for the excessive celebration or unsportsmanlike. That's the terminology I'm looking for. But it's just mind-boggling to me that no ref saw that, but. I digress. I'm not going to keep blaming on it. I blame the offense more than anything.
And here, hold on. Actually, shit. Actually, just realized I had accidentally not posted us on Twitter here, so I'm about to do that real quick. And then I was going to look something up real quick. Because if I'm not mistaken, the refs that we the reffing crew that we have tonight is not much better.
Oh.
Steelers ref crew.
Yeah, I saw something about that, but it doesn't matter. We're going up against, the Titans with Will Levis. Will Levis looked great last week against who they played. I wish I remember. I don't know.
All right, here we go real quick. So John Husey is the Thursday night ref for our game. His crew throws 15.57 flags a game, 7th most, and 8.29 against the road team. 2 OPIs and 1 roughing the passer call all season per. So they rarely are called. So we're going to see a lot of if you're going to have this happen, have it on both sides.
Yep.
If you're going to let the receivers be physical, great. Let it be on both sides. And the roughing the passer call, there's going to be times that we're going to get pissed off because it's like, why didn't we get it? And then there's going to be times where, we may get one, and it's like, hey, it's like, all right, bet that helps because that's 15. But I think that part of it too is, and we get a comment here from good old Steve. He said, "What up, guys? How you doing, Steve?
What's up, Pops?"
What's up, Pops? But yeah, it's like if you're gonna call, like if you get a consistent game, it's one thing, but it almost seems like it's never consistent. And it's funny because I always see people now, especially with this season, saying, "Oh, it's ironic now that you have the big old betting sites, FanDuel, DraftKings, and all that. They become like official partners, and now all of a sudden shit starts hitting the fan in terms of reffing stuff. It's like that's just been going on for so long now. I don't really think it. And we get a comment here from my guy Jay. He says, "Hey yo, what's good, my guy? How are you?"
Well, anyways, talking about who we're up against tonight, Will Levis.
Here we get a comment here from my guy Jay. He says, "Yeah, so which team is my money on?" It's ironic that we were just talking about money.
Nobody. I wouldn't put your money on any of these teams.
Oh, that's not an option with him. He's going to put money down on something.
I would have put money on this. I think Kenny's under for passing yards is 225. You could hit the under. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I don't think he's going to be over passing if he passes over 225 yards, it's about damn time.
You know what? I don't know if it's because we are less than an hour away. He says, well, someone has to win the game. Sir, do I need to remind you that is not the case? Do I need to remind you that I have witnessed 2 ties in my life in person?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
So, no, there could be a tie, which probably won't happen because I'm not there.
No.
It ended up actually being a joke, a legit joke, when I was in Pittsburgh for the home opener, where people were actually saying, oh, Kirby's here, we're probably going to see another tie.
Wow. Yeah, well, it is what it is. You've done it to yourself.
But I don't know if it's because we're less than an hour away, and you know how this goes, but I'm starting to get a weird good feeling about this game.
I know. I'm just very nervous, optimistic.
But there's always a nervousness.
Well, I'm optimistic. Being Matt Cannon on the sideline, is this going to change something? I don't know.
In the other big news that we got from this week, and some of you guys got this today. If you follow me on Facebook, you got this yesterday because I put this out there. It's one of the first people to get this out there on social media.
And we've known for a couple days.
We've known about this now for a little bit. Is Broderick Jones. You're going to get Broderick Jones out there tonight, but not at left tackle. They are apparently benching right tackle Chukwuka Okorafor for Broderick Jones. So now your offensive line is going to be Dan Moore, Isaac Seumalo, Mason Cole, James Daniels, and Broderick Jones.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Justin here says, unbiased, I think the Titans might win if Will and D-Hop keep it up. That's scary. Part of it, too, I think when it came to DeAndre Hopkins is it feels like DeAndre Hopkins is just not, and maybe it's just because I've not watched a whole, I've watched maybe one full game of Titans football, and in that game they were just not good. And you never know. It could be obviously because of Ryan Tannehill. He was quarterback, and now you get someone new who's a little bit more of a gunslinger kind of guy. Mm-hmm. But I want to look at.
Apparently, there were some design runs for Will Levis when he.
And you'd be stupid not to do that.
Oh yeah, not to. But I'm pretty much for their running game. They did I think I saw it earlier. They did 8 to 10 plays were design runs.
DeAndre Hopkins has had 2 100-yard games this season. Obviously, he had the one on Sunday, 4 for 128 and 3 touchdowns against Atlanta. And then he did have one a few weeks prior against the Colts where he had 8 receptions, 140 yards. So,
well, I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. We're going against another rookie quarterback. We'll see how this goes around.
And I think obviously too, one big thing, we lose one piece, but we get a big piece back. We lost Minka Fitzpatrick for this game at least, but we do get Cam Hayward back. We get the captain back.
That's pretty huge.
I think is going to be huge in terms of obviously pass rush, but also the run stuffing.
Run defense needs it.
Run defense has been abysmal, and I think getting a guy like Cam Hayward is going to help out a ton with that. And if you're able to do that, if you're able to stop the run, you make a team one-dimensional. We've seen it. We've dealt with it now for a little bit. Where if you make an offense one-dimensional, it ain't gonna be all that good for you, unless you're like Kansas City or something where then they're one-dimensional and they don't matter anyway.
Has Keanu Benton getting a lot of more snaps recently?
I've not seen the snap count
because I'm just kind of curious. I'm sure he has, but I know he's been good, been great, against the run. But now we lost Minka. He was basically our linebacker for tackling against the run. So we'll see how Cam coming back helps a lot. Hopefully Minka comes back the following next week. Hopefully it's not that serious. But like I said, we got a good, but Miles Kilrue's back there, I guess, now. Going to be playing a little bit more.
A little bit more of that, a little bit more maybe Elijah Riley. Jay says, I just seen more Hunter said 63-3. That's just Hunter being an asshole.
Yeah, I don't know what the score. It's probably if I had to say it's a low scoring game, as it always is.
Yeah, that's exactly how that's how Mike Tomlin wants it to be. That's how the Steelers want it to be. They want it to be a low scoring, ugly ass game. And I think that's something interesting about Mike Tomlin and the way that he coaches.
What's that?
Especially now is the fact that he almost will bring you a team or bring a team down to their level, make you play the game that he wants to play, forces you to make a mistake or two, and then that's how you lose the game. I think the perfect example of that was that Baltimore game.
That's very, very true. It's very true, and we're still in second place. We're 4-3, which somehow is shocking. Shocking. Again,
Hey, it doesn't help though that Cincinnati is coming.
Oh, I know they are. I know they are. But we got to believe in our team here with the win. I don't know if you saw like the playoff projections. A big win tonight. It's like 50 to 60% with us. I'm not even thinking playoffs are still early in the season.
Right now, you're in a 3-way tie for whoever's going to be second, third, or fourth in the division right now, 4-3. Obviously, you get we're second because we have the better win, or we have the win against Cleveland so far, and we have a better record in the division than Cincinnati. So that's why we're able to stay second. But the one thing that I understand that Tennessee is not that good in the playoffs. They're not down there. But anytime we face an AFC opponent, I focus on those games a little bit more because I want to acquire as many wins against the AFC as humanly possible. You've lost one against Jacksonville, which that one hurts because depending on which I don't think there's anyone in that division that's going to take that division, so I don't think it really matters. But what could have mattered is say you do win in the division and say you have the same exact record, that could have been a difference between possibly a 3 or a 4 seed.
Yep. It is totally possible. I just keep looking at the pregame, but I'm excited to see how this goes. Key is let's run the ball early, please. Can we get the ground game going? And now Broderick Jones at right tackle and Dan Moore. It's going to be interesting that Dan Moore left. It's going to be interesting where they go with the run scheme and the.
Look at J.J. Watt on the screen. Look at J.J.
Jeez, man, my goodness. But
so I have a theory.
What's your theory?
We gotta have some fun. J.J. Watt's gonna see the atmosphere, and he's gonna become a Steeler at the end of this.
Oh yeah. That's
obviously, I am kidding. That is not gonna happen. But I always gotta have a little bit of fun with that.
No way with that. But hopefully, the O-line does better this week. Hopefully, they weren't bad or good last week. I guess they were okay to not good. It just shows in the draft we need a center really bad, or we need a guard really bad as well.
We need a whole lot.
We need a whole lot,
including when we have my guy Jay here that says, "Bro, this Canada dude is ass. Holy shit."
Yeah, he is very, very bad. And guess how long has he been on the team?
Never 400-yard game since naming him. Damn. Yeah, it's been literally like 50-something games that we have not had a 400-yard game as an offense.
3 years, right? 3 years and counting. That's insane, huh? I just don't see it. I'm just gonna keep getting angry, and we could have gotten. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. But also, I have a little complaint, not a major complaint. Why are we not wearing Color Rush tonight? That's my little complaint. I wanted to wear Color Rush tonight.
I don't know. I honestly do not know why.
I know they have another Thursday night game. I'm guessing they're going to wear it maybe that one. I could see that's the reason. But why not wear it both? God, I hope to never see those Bumblebee jerseys again. I hope not.
What?
I don't want to see them on the field. I'm sorry.
All right, we're going to be removing Jarryd. This is a Jarryd show here.
Oh.
How in the hell could you say that? Those jerseys are chef's kiss. I own one.
They're not my favorite at all, personally. I like the block numbers. I like the Color Rush more.
You are absolutely right. I do love them.
Man. God, it looks just the gray pants too with it. Oh, it just throws it off so much.
So beautiful.
No, it just throws it off.
No, you know what is something that I really wish that they would bring back uniform-wise?
What?
The yellow helmets.
Ooh, I know. That would have been nice.
Because they had that the version of our the version of our color rush jersey had it just a little bit different with the white pants and them helmets. Woo, buddy.
Hey, Deontay, you're gonna get a touchdown tonight? Still haven't got a touchdown, still, huh?
Who?
Deontay still hasn't gotten a touchdown, huh?
He's getting one tonight.
Yeah.
Calling it.
We say that.
Calling it.
We'll see.
I think I posted something on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. It was either yesterday or a couple days ago.
Put that FanDuel in for me, then. I forgot it was like plus 210 or something for anytime touchdown score on FanDuel over there. And you bet you I was on FanDuel when I was up there. I could tell you that.
Hunter here says over under 2.5 drops for Deontay.
Oh my gosh, over. I wouldn't hate it, to be honest. But it's not raining tonight, so we shouldn't drop any. At least
shouldn't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, shouldn't. I know.
Over under how many yards will he go backwards?
I know. My dad gets so angry when he runs side to side. He just says, "Run fucking forward every time." That's what he says. I get it. I get it too.
Deontay.
And then let's feed George Pickens the ball more, huh? Shall we? 1 target last week, or that 1 catch. We had a couple targets last week. Come on.
Here we look at that.
I only had 1 catch, and that was the touchdown. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm looking that up right now.
And is Darnell Washington not good or something? Is he not there?
George Pickens had 5 targets, 1 catch, 22 yards.
Interesting.
So, Connor Hayward had 6 targets. Najee Harris had 5 targets. Jaylen Warren had 5 targets. And, yeah, so that is.
And then I had the over.
Boy, I just look up and I just. We get a. Oh, boy.
Yeah. We're going to have to see. I put Jaylen Warren's rush over his 22.5 rushing yards. I think he'll get over than that for sure. Over his 22.5.
Deshaun Watson 320 yards and 4 touchdowns on Sunday, and our defense shits on Baby Yoda.
Oh, well. It is what it is. We'll see what happens tonight. It's only 7:42. We got another 30 minutes for this game to start. Do you have any wild projections going tonight? Anything you want to think that's going to happen tonight? I have a wild one. Just a wild one.
Uh-oh.
Not a real. Well, it's kind of wild, but not that wild.
TJ will get. He's gonna have a big night.
Wow, that's
3
pretty.
sacks.
3 sacks. Okay, all right. I say Kenny Pickett gets 2 passing touchdowns tonight. I know it's a lot. 2 passing touchdowns.
That is the fact that we talk like this.
We'll get. When's the last time? What, you only had 2 times? That's 2 passing touchdowns. That's a insane stat.
Under here it says Jaylen Warren should be running back 1, and Najee Harris is an overglorified slow version of the ghost of Trent Richardson.
Here we go again.
You know what? I'm almost on that train where I'm almost with you on that.
I know. I don't want to get there yet. I don't want to. I want to blame the O-line. Jaylen Warren is just, he's lighter and faster. Yeah, Matt Canada should get fired at halftime. We'll see how he does on the field.
Did you see the theory
that's
going around that the reason why Matt Canada is on the sideline now is because they secretly demoted him as the play caller, so someone else is in the booth calling the plays?
Honestly, I'll be fine with that. Just have him down there.
Just have him be the water boy.
But Najee Harris, I still want to believe in him personally. I know it's been unfortunate He's not been doing well. He had maybe 1 or 2 good games so far in the season. So we'll see how he does tonight. I really hope. I just don't want to think that running back pick round 1 is going to be a waste. And I think Kirby might be right down the line here. I shouldn't draft him in the first round.
Yeah, there was not a chance. I think the only person that I drafted in fantasy this year was Deontay, and that was more of for just for the volume for PPR purposes. And Jay says, who was the Steelers' wide receiver 1?
I wish I had an answer.
If we're going to be honest, it's Deontay.
It is
if you're going to go based on the targets. When both of them are in the lineup together, it's Deontay.
It's Deontay, but we need to throw George Pickens more of the ball. And where's Darnell Washington? Where is he at? Is he not good? I seen Rodney Williams in there a lot blocking. I don't know if you noticed that instead of Darnell Washington. I know Pat's still hurt, but I thought you would.
Well, Pat was awful at blocking anyway. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we know that. We know he's not a great blocker. He's just he's more of an offensive tight end. Just there for receiving. That's it. Oh man, but I just don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. I don't know what else to say. I'm just.
Oh, looking back at it, actually, on the ground.
Holy cow! He's actually on the ground. He is not in the booth.
He's not hiding in some box.
That is insane. Shall we do a score prediction?
60-0 Steelers. No, I'm just kidding. I do that every time. It's gonna be a real low-scoring game. I'm gonna go. Let's go 16-13.
Yeah. I was gonna say 20-17 Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going 16-13 Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very low scoring. Very disappointing.
Whatever the under is.
Whatever the under is, I think it's 36.5. I think that's the under, or the over under. I think it's 36.5. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I would just be smashing the under.
And then, smash the under. I think it's 36.5. Confirm.
Or you know what? How about can we please get the last time that the Steelers had a Thursday night game at home? Can we get that kind of performance, please?
No, against the Titans? Oh, man.
No, that's against the Panthers.
Oh, really?
We dropped a 50 bomb on the Panthers.
Man, I don't think that's going to happen.
2018.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen, Kirby. I think you're asking too much.
I always can hope.
Yeah, you can always hope, but you're asking too much. You're asking too much. Just smash the over. The over on points? There's no way I'll be smashing the over on points. Can we check to see what the over under is? That's what I'm going to find out now. Now you have me curious.
Oh, now you're going to start looking to bet.
Let's see.
So Steelers are a 3-point favorite. Over under 36.5.
36.5. Smash the under. Smash the under. I am telling you that.
Well,
right.
You know what's ironic? You said what was your prediction?
Oh, so 20-17. So that's 37.
Yeah, so you would be one over. I would be one in the under.
Yeah. Now, just because you said that, it's gonna be 20-16. Just so I could make my point clear.
Do you think that we get a defensive touchdown tonight?
Probably not. Maybe get a turnover, yeah. A touchdown, no, that's too much. Too much to ask for.
Hey, we did it against Cleveland.
Yeah, and then what happened after that?
We won.
Is there any other defensive touchdown?
We won that game.
Yeah, great. Our defense cannot play both sides here. They can only just play their own side. They can't just, let's get a pick and take it to the house.
You know what? Fuck it. We're getting 5 pick six. No, I'm just kidding. We might as well, if we're going to go into fantasy land, we might as well look at former Pittsburgh Steeler Mike Vrabel. I feel like a lot of people tend to forget that Mike Vrabel at one point in time was a Pittsburgh Steeler.
He was. He definitely was.
Former Buckeye, too. Which, by the way,
oh boy, here we go again.
You knew this was going to be coming.
Oh, here we go.
The Bucks. Who's number one? Who's number one?
The Bucks.
The Ohio State Buckeyes. I couldn't hear that team from up north. I couldn't hear them all the way down there at number 3. Yeah. I couldn't hear them down there.
Odds on the Steelers getting a first quarter touchdown. Very low. Very low.
I think I have a better chance of getting a 6-pack in 5 minutes.
Very, very low. If they can't get a first down in the first quarter, what do you think they get a touchdown in the first quarter?
Okay, and I like how he said the Steelers' offense getting a TD. Because I was like, if you add in just the Steelers getting a TD in the first quarter, it's like, hey, yeah, you never know. We maybe get a fumble. But no, offense.
Offense. Offense. Remember? O-F-F-E-N-S-E. Offense.
Let's see. You had to make sure that you actually spelled offense correctly.
But
this year says the world famous Ohio State Buckeyes.
Wow, yeah, go Bucks.
Which, by the way,
oh boy,
gonna have a little bit more fun with this.
Oh boy,
because we're getting close. We're getting to the getting down to the nitty gritty here. A couple of weeks away.
Oh no.
From the game with that team up north. Them cheating bastards.
Oh man, I'm not even paying attention and all that. I just don't even know what's going on.
Oh, I don't blame you. First and foremost, you're a UCF?
UCF, go Knights.
Who?
Go Knights. We're not good. I know we're not good at all, but just go Knights.
But yeah, can't wait. Ohio State is gonna go stomp a mud hole in their cheating asses. In the big house.
Let's see what happens.
Should be great.
Should be a good game. Yeah, Pops is a Penn State fan.
Al, you know what, Steve? Here, I have something in my pocket.
Oh no!
Right here, right here.
I know he's gonna do that to you.
But it's okay because I'll be rooting for you guys against that team up north.
Did they play this week or? Did they play at all?
No, I don't think it's this week. Let me check. That team up north, they play what's new? They get another cupcake team. So they play next week, 11-11. They play at Penn State. Oh, so yeah, what's new? That team up north gets another cupcake team.
Who do you guys play this week, huh?
Who do we play this week?
You don't know who you play this week.
Let's go. We play Rutgers.
Oh, is that not a cupcake to you?
We've also played 2 top 10 teams this year.
Man, ooh, top 10.
Here, you want to hear? You want some stats? Here, I got you some stats that you didn't ask for. Well, actually, you're getting them anyway.
I didn't ask for it.
The resume of the top 3. So the strength of schedule. We had the 15th. We were ranked 15th in strength of schedule.
Wow.
Georgia, 100th.
What's
that team up north? 111th.
Oh man, it's crazy.
When Ohio State played, so what they've played at the time when they played them, 2 top 10 teams. Mm-hmm. At number 9, Notre Dame. On the road at Notre Dame, you go and beat them. And then at home against Penn State, who was ranked 7. So we easily had the best resume of all of college football.
It's great.
So yeah. Hey, Michigan fans.
Now just see if you can keep it up for the rest of the season.
Our defense looks good, man. Jim Knowles, he has our defense. The big thing that he took away was taking away the big play.
Oh, man. I think Kirby cut out for a second. I just see a frozen screen on him. Oh, you're there.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. We're having a little bit of
It scared me, man. I was
technical difficulties. Well, part of it too is typically when we do these shows, my laptop is also connected to an Ethernet cable. Well, right now it's not. So,
of course not.
So that's part of the issue. But hopefully, here in the next week or two, we'll be back to the normal territory, and we'll be back to normal here on this program. But other than that,
exciting.
Other than that, yeah, we're getting close. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Can't wait, and hope you guys do enjoy. If you guys do, smash that like button, hit the red subscribe button, drop a comment. I may or may not go live here shortly to do a live reaction stream. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how I'm feeling here in the next 20 minutes or so. So if you guys do, drop that or click that notification bell. So if I do go live on here, then you guys will know. Or you can always click that so when we post videos and podcasts, you guys know as soon as we post them.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Fuck Michigan. Go Steelers. Fuck the Yankees.
Yeah.
And glad the Yankees, another year that they didn't win a World Series. Let's go. But until then,
Catherine 3.
Go Steelers. Peace out.